This is an instructional game of Mattock that I played with a new player to show them some tactics and teach them about the game. I'll go through each move in detail in this video. The players don't always make the best move available, but the mistakes are instructive. This video assumes that you have a basic understanding of the rules. If you don't, you can watch the 3-minute video on rules and basic strategy, which is linked in the description and in a pop-up. Remember that Mattock is a territory game. The removal mechanic serves to consolidate territory by kicking out isolated miners and sending them back to their own group. The board will eventually be split between the two players, and whoever has more open spaces in their own territory will win. Here, red wins. So let's go back and go through each move in detail. Red's first move threatens Blue's miner here in the southwest. Red's plan is to connect the miner in the west with Red's miner in the southeast, and then Red will be able to remove the southwestern Blue miner, and Red will have all of these spaces in the southwest to itself. Blue tries to turn the tables, and with this move, Red's miner in the southeast is now in danger of getting removed because Blue's miners are about to both connect to it and remove it. So let's see what Red does to try to save itself. Red continues mining in a straight line here toward its other miner. And now Blue has a bit of a problem, because if Blue connects here from the northeast at this space or this space, it will connect to this tile here at C4, and C4 then will be next to exactly 3 tiles. Let's say Blue connects here at C5. If it plays there, then C4 will be next to 1, 2, 3 other tiles, and when a tile is next to exactly 3, no other tiles can be next to it, because the main restriction of the game is that no tile can ever touch more than 3 other tiles. So that means that this southwestern miner can't connect here to remove Red on the following turn. So Blue has a bit of a problem. If Blue connects here at D3, then Red can just remove Blue's miner on the following turn by connecting here at E3. So Blue can't connect here at C3 either, because then that would create a T-Rex from the other direction. By the way, that's the name of this shape, where you have 3 tiles surrounding one other tile in that configuration. If you want to review the basic shapes, I'll be using their names in this video. They're on the second page of the rules. So let's see what Blue actually does. Blue mines here at E6 with the plan of connecting at E5 on the next turn. Now Red makes what seems like an odd choice. Blue can still connect here at E5 and remove Red's miner. But notice that Red has another miner here 1 space away. So even if Blue does remove Red's miner, like so, Red can replace it on the following turn. And since Blue didn't advance here, Red can move into this area and actually remove Blue's miner. And now Red has completed its plan to remove this southern Blue miner, and it has this nice area of open spaces here at the bottom to itself. Now Blue has to decide what to do with its miner. It could replace it here and try to block Red there at C4. That would be a pretty good move. What Blue actually does is try to move here and link up all 3 of its miners there. And that's going to threaten Red's miner here in the northeast with removal. Red connects here and moves down, occupying the center of this whirligig. That's the name of this shape. As you can see, this tile here, E6, is connected to 1, 2, 3 other tiles in an alternating pattern. And we call that a whirligig. Here too, at D4, red is in the center of a whirligig. It's a good place to be because then you can control connections in 3 different directions. So blue now tries to advance up here. Its plan is to connect here and invade over here into the northeast and access all of these open spaces. Red forms another straight line, and now, again, if blue places here or here, it'll create a T-Rex around this tile, and both of these tiles will be blocked. Blue won't be able to advance into the northeast, even though it has access to all of these tiles. The tiles to the right will be blocked. Unfortunately, red has been concentrating so much on its territory in the north that it's forgotten that blue can play here at f4. And that's exactly what blue does. And now blue can move around and remove both of red's minors. It's a disaster for red. So now what is red going to do? It only has this one minor here, and it has to replace one of its minors on this turn. Luckily, it can put it here at c5 and then replace it right where it was, at the center of this whirligig. And now that also creates a T-Rex here. So blue can't connect to red's territory in this area for 1, 2, 3 more turns. So red doesn't have to worry about this right at the moment. We'll see what blue does next. Blue does try to advance here because it sees that, you know, the door is kind of open here. If it can connect around here and put its minor here at D6, then it can remove this minor and it'll have the whole west and the whole south to itself. So that's blue's plan here. Unfortunately, blue has failed to realize that red can play here. And now this tile, G7, is connected to 1, 2, 3 other tiles. So all of the open spaces around it are blocked, and that means this space and this space are blocked. Here's another T-Rex blocking this space and this space. So now this blue minor is completely cut off from the other two. It's going to take blue 3 turns to even connect here. So red can safely remove this blue minor. And now red has kind of salvaged that terrible situation where it had its minors double removed because blue left its northern minor unprotected there. So now blue tries again to come around here in the southeast. And now red is really under threat. If blue can get its minor here to D6, then it'll have access to this whole area of open spaces here in the east. And blue's minor here and here, they're both occupied blocking these corridors. This minor is eventually going to come over here to block blue from advancing in the northwest. So red is going to have to retreat. And what red does is mine here and actually connect where blue is going to connect. But as you can see, that makes another T-Rex here. And now these 2 spaces are blocked. Here's another T-Rex up here, and this space is blocked, also by this whirligig. So red can retreat back here. It can give blue access to all these spaces because there are no more open spaces accessible here. The center area has been an area of contention for the whole game. All the spaces are used up here. So red can safely abandon this area and concentrate on the more valuable open spaces here in the east instead. So red is okay just doing kind of a tactical retreat back here, letting blue into this area and preserving this area for itself. So blue doesn't have a lot of great options here left. It tries to come around here and threaten red in the northwest, but it doesn't really have any miners available to effectively do that. Red has a free miner up here in the north that it's going to bring down here. Blue can try to move up here, but once red mines here at I-5, that's the last contested space. And all of the territory is determined now. As you can see, all the miners are blocking choke points here. Blue's miners are blocking these choke points. And all of the structures on the board are blocking access to the open spaces here and here. So the players have fully determined their own territory for the end game. And we can just now score the game, really, and see how many open spaces each player can access. And for blue, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 open spaces here. Red has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So red is going to win this game. The miners aren't going to move for the rest of the game. The players are just going to mine their open spaces, and blue is going to run out of space first, so blue is going to lose. Here, blue's run out of space. Blue has no more available moves in the game. Red is going to make the last move, and red wins with 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces left. So hopefully some of the mistakes in that game, some of the tactics that were used will be useful to you in your own games. I hope you have fun playing the game on Board Game Arena, and enjoy yourself. Thanks.